Michel Pereira detailed a hotel confrontation that he had with Francis Ngannou during his celebration after his Santiago Ponzinibbio victory. Pereira received enough damage after Ponzinibbio's fight to leave him walking on crutches, which Pereira says was very fortunate for Ngannou, otherwise he may have just reacted in a different manner, because Ngannou infuriated him. According to Canal Encarada, Michel said, "We celebrated my victory at the hotel, had fun, and we are such guys. We move only with music. We constantly light up, even when we cut weight. I always rock, and my guys are the same, constantly moving noisily, having parties. Guerra was drinking there non-stop. Everyone was joking, bantering, and our room was next door to Ngannou. And since the room was small and there were a lot of people, someone suggested, let's sit in the hallway, and we sat down in the corridor. And who do you think came out immediately after? Ngannou. The guys look at each other like, wow, Ngannou is coming. He comes up and says, hey, do you think it's real to fall asleep when there's such a noise? How do I sleep, huh? Honestly, at that moment I felt uncomfortable. It was after a hard fight. My nose was broken. My legs were beaten off. If Ngannou started a fight, what would I do to him? The team is already all drunk. They wouldn't have helped me anyway. Honestly, Ngannou made me angry. Why couldn't he address us politely? He was lucky that I was all beaten up and couldn't do anything, especially for a guy of this size. I don't even want to think about it. I know he's a modest, nice guy, but why couldn't he tell us politely, hey guys, could you? I didn't like the way he spoke to us. You need to be polite to people. If he had addressed us politely, we would have retained respect for him forever. And so, we just fell silent. What the fuck? Do you think you can fall asleep with such noise? Bro, we were just drinking. You have to be polite to people. I could have answered him too. Bro, go fuck yourself. Who are you anyway? Chito Vera and Petr Yan got into a Twitter exchange. It started with what appeared to be an agreement they both had to fight on the 13th of August, but then Petr pulled out, so Chito set his sights on Dominick Cruz. Chito first said, Petr bitched out August 13th, lol. Dominick Cruz, you better pick up the phone. August 13th, I retire you. Chito sent duck emojis to Dominick, then said, UFC reach out to Duckminator after Petr declines August 13th main event. True history. Petr then fired back, if you want to fight the best, you can wait till September, October. But if you want to just be UFC's bitch and fill out the spot in August, you can fuck off and don't waste my time. Chito shot back, wait, fuck you, I ain't waiting for no one. You called me out. UFC offered something. You the bitch. Also learn English. It's pathetic being a man and having your manager translating for you, dork. Then Chito ended the exchange with some quacking.
Quack quack, quack quack, quack 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 quack.
Nick Diaz shared some pictures on Instagram with Tyson Fury getting some groundwork in. Tyson and Francis Ngannou have talked about possibly facing each other using hybrid rules between MMA and boxing in the past, so more than likely Tyson is training in advance while Francis continues to rehab his knee. Tai Tuivasa shared his opinion on a potential matchup between he and Jon Jones ahead of his fight versus Cyril Gane on September 3rd. Tai didn't hold back in his response, and although he had good things to say, he also didn't shy away from the bad. Tai said, Jones is probably the best MMA fighter of all time. Doesn't matter if he's at light heavyweight or higher. He's still a dickhead. He is what he is. I think he's the greatest MMA fighter of all time, but if you're a fucking idiot, you're a fucking idiot. Hitting your misses or whatever, blah blah blah. I don't know the story. Everyone's got their own things. If you're an idiot, you're an idiot. That's it. But he still is who he is. If I ever got the opportunity, I'd fight him. I do this to say like, one day I'll fight the champion. Well fuck, I fought him. Win or lose. Maybe I might win. Maybe I might lose. At least I can say I got to have a crack in some guys I've beaten, some guys I haven't. That's how I kind of live my life. If I ever had a chance, of course I would. Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez has been officially confirmed for July 16th. Ortega's coming off a unanimous decision loss to Alexander Volkanovski in September, and Rodriguez is also coming off a unanimous decision loss to Max Holloway in November. Another confirmed fight is Paddy Pimblett versus Jordan Leavitt for UFC London on July 23rd. Paddy's coming off a rear naked choke victory over Rodrigo Vargas back in March, and Jordan's coming off his split decision victory over Trey Ogden in April. And finally, Nick Diaz hasn't been seen in the octagon since his loss to Robbie Lawler in September. TMZ managed to catch up to him and asked him when he planned to return and who he'd like to face. Nick responded, we're working on the end of the year. I'm just focused on training right now. If I'm going to fight, I want to fight for the title. The UFC wants to say that I want to fight a bunch of guys and stuff like that. Well, you know what? A fight versus Kamaru Usman is a bigger fight. Just skip all the mess. I don't need to go in there and get my ass whooped by one of the young guys. Anyway, and it's not that I won't win. It's just not motivating. I want to fight for the title. I'm 38 years old. As always guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button for me. If you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Thanks for watching.